Wow. What do we have here? Let's get a little privacy. Why, if it isn't two American-grown teas, black teas, sitting right here next to each other. This is more awkward than I thought it'd be, getting my footing. One from Mississippi and one from North Carolina. Whatever will I do with them? And this kettle full of boiling water and these 2 cups. I don't know. Oh, I know what I'll do. This can't be safe. I'll do a comparison tasting. What a fine idea. What do you smell of Red Sun Tea's offering? This one's from just outside Asheville, North Carolina. You smell of molasses, sweet potato, I'd say. Got a kind of brisk grassiness to you, almost. Just grandpa style here, nice and simple. Real simple here. You'd know that if you were not, in fact, so simple there. We're just gonna cover the bottom of these and fill them up with some water. And what does this offering from the Great Mississippi Tea Company smell like when it's dry? You got a bit of you almost remind me of a yancha. Got a kind of minerality smell to you that I kind of enjoy. Yeah, it's close enough. Well, you're gonna steep that in the shower. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Nothing does. Gotta put you there. Be quiet over there. I'm recording a YouTube video. Kids are very inconsiderate. Alright, let's see if I don't burn myself in a shower. That'll be good. And my socks will get all wet. That's probably the worst part of all this. Okay. I don't know if I can fill these up all the way. I don't have enough water. So I'll just do that for now. And then I'll sort of continue. Let's get a hot smell. Hot, wet smell. Got a couple floating stems in there. Okay, let's start with the Great Mississippi Tea Company's Black Magnolia. Very grassy. Reminds me of the Charleston Tea Garden's First Flush Black Tea. Little kind of sweet potatoey thing in there. Ooh, my back doesn't like this. Maybe I can leave. Ooh, okay, that's fun. This is casual. Hope I don't spill on myself. That would be embarrassing. What do you smell like? You smell earthier. Red Sun Tea's black tea. A little bit of sweetness coming in. It's that like kind of like a deeper molassesy thing. There you go. I'm gonna get some more water. Oh hey, you know I would get more water from there, but I'm afraid of it dripping, and I won't like the audio sort of arrangement of that. I've already got little tykes out there playing field surgeon. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get water. I'll be back. Trust me. You know, comparison tasting is it's really the way to go. It's both fun and informative. You get a lot more tasting by comparison than just drinking something on its own. The ways things are different, the subtleties kind of pop a lot more, which I appreciate. It's I tell you to try it at home, but I'm pretty sure the basis of all visual media is a sort of like pornographic and vicarious interest in what other people are doing, because viewers they never do anything and never will. They only watch their lives like unfold in front of them as they are taught every day new ways to be passive non-participants in their own lives. And I don't want to cut into my quantity of views that can only be measured on a fractional level by somehow encouraging any of you who have either accidentally started watching this or have already closed your browsers to go out and exercise any form of agency in your life. Don't do that. Okay, so I've had a minute, or more than that, to to maybe get some more smells. Let's see if they got more smells. This one smells earthier now. The Great Mississippi Tea Companies. I shouldn't say this one, because you don't know what this one is. It could be from Indiana for all you know. It's not. Yeah, it's still got that grassiness to it, but it also has it's still and that like minerality thing that the dry leaf had. That really reminds me of yancha. It's like the combination of kind of like a woodiness, like a specific tree bark woodiness. I think like a hint of pine and like kind of cocoa and rocks. It's a really, there's a lot of things that go into making that specific smell, and this one's kind of hitting that a bit, which is fun. And then red sun tea. What do you smell? Because my nose doesn't seem to be picking much up. Wow, that's right. You're so good at smelling, you don't even need me. Let's get some water. Not from there. The water haver returns to have more water. Which one of these is tastier? I don't know yet. I haven't watched the comparison tasting video yet. You absolute dunce. Very importantly, this part came undone. This is not the clippy part. Maybe an industry term for that. This it sort of came apart. It happened very, very early in this bag's lifespan for me. So points off for that. Not that I'm grading these on a point scale, but they lose points for it anyway. I'll give them a couple, like 6 points, and then I'll deduct another 6. I said, keep it down out there. This is the vacation. I don't. Fucking kids. Okay. Well, this one's got some grass yam in it now. This one, Red Sun Teas, black tea, from just outside Asheville, North Carolina. That one doesn't have anything. And by that one, I mean, so these are both black teas. They're both grown in the United States, but they're grown 600 miles apart. How much of a difference does 600 miles of crow miles make? I'm gonna burn myself. Embarrassing. I said that multiple times. What's the stem comparison looking like? How many stems? I think it's about equal. There's some slight differences in smell. These things are very hot. It's gonna take a while for them to cool down. Are you fucking serious with me right now? Alright, let's see about finally tasting these things. They're still probably too hot. That's okay. Okay, starting with Black Magnolia from the Great Mississippi Tea Company. I immediately got a stem. Well, I'll put that right next to there. That's fine. Everything's fine. Don't you know the world we live in? It's all fine. Grassy, sweet potatoey, a little bit of little bit of earth. It's pretty sweet tea, but not a sweet tea. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I almost sucked that leaf up right into my gob. Not today. There's more stems. They've been released. You're also getting some points deducted. I'll give you 3 points, but I'm also going to deduct a point for every stem. There's 3 of them. I mean, there's 4, but there's 3 in the cup, so that's what you get. Okay, that's perfectly pleasant. Oh my god, why did I do this? Red Sun teas, and you know, This would be grandpa style is a nice way to kind of like lazily brew tea. These I've brewed them a couple times. I don't think I've done the grandpa style yet, but they don't get bitter in an unpleasant way, so they lend themselves well to this sort of method. Which it's kind of a nice lazy crossover between like Western style and small pot brewing, which I like, because you get sort of a slow change in flavor over time, but you also get a nice big cup of hot liquid. Then, you know, once you're like halfway done, you just top it up with more boiling water and you keep on going forever. Do I have taste buds? Is that? I'm thinking. I'm processing. I'm computing. That sort of thing. Hey, you gotta help me out here. What flavors are in this cup? Just tell me. Look, no one has to know. I'll edit this out. I'm having trouble putting words to it right now. You know, I can taste them, but I can't really vocabularize them. They're not really working for me. So you gotta, come on. Just like one or two. Okay. Really? You think that's what's in there? That's how you describe them? Fascinating. Okay. I'll edit all that out and that'll make it seem like, you know, this is all my idea. I guess I shouldn't tell you that. You probably want credit for it, don't you? You're a bag. When was the last time anyone put you in a movie? American Beauty, huh? Okay, the grassiness on this is definitely way lower than the Black Magnolia from Great Mississippi Tea Company. The wrinklemaker, as they like to call their company name. There's a bit more of a I'd call it like a slight woodiness. There's a very mild earthiness. This is Red Sun Teas is a lot more mild. There is a this also has like a sweet potatoiness, which you know, that and earth are kind of like occasionally holding hands. It depends on the type of earth. Different dirts have different flavors. We all know this. Okay, let's go back in. Going back illuminates some things. We've got a sweeter cup of tea from the Black Magnolia from the Great Mississippi Tea Company, the wrinklemaker, as they like to call it. It's sweeter. It's actually, I'm going to say, a little less on the earth side. It's a little more on the sweet potato side. I'm going to get more water. Well, no, let's get this down to halfway, and then I'll get more water. One more time, I swear to God. Okay. Yeah, that grassiness is coming in through a lot more. Kind of like a brisk maltiness to it. This has a little more complexity to it currently, but these things can change over time, which is kind of the fun of this, at least for me. Not for them. They're not having any fun. They're supposed to be on vacation right now, but they're really just on the run. Or well, I am, and they're tagging along. Okay, let's get some more water. You better be quiet out there while I'm getting water. I know you know my voice. Oh, jeez. That's crunchy. Hey, Great Mississippi Tea Company, Black Magnolia, the wrinklemaker, what do you taste like? You taste like you're stemming me. Don't love it. The stemming, the taste of this is fine. There's a couple flavors in there that do kind of add up to the something that's it's not the same, but it does remind me of yancha, of a rock tea, that kind of like minerality, woodiness. It's a bunch of things, but yeah, I'm getting that again. At least in the flavor. I think I got it in the smell. I don't remember anything that's ever happened ever. Back to the Red Sun tea. Okay. The grass is starting to come through a bit more. I think part of it is maybe the our friend the Red Sun tea. Just it's a little slower. It takes a bit more time to steep it compared to The Black Magnolia from the Great Mississippi Tea Company, the wrinklemaker. Yeah, it's really starting to weave much more of a tail than it was before. It's sweeter. There's a bit of a kind of a grassiness to it, and then there's an underlying savoriness to that. So that might just be like, I mean, I think it might just be the lighting. Like, this looks darker to me. I think it does. I think the Great Mississippi Tea Company, Black Magnolia, the wrinklemaker's tea, is showing up. Well, yeah, right? Yeah, right? Yeah, right? You saying this shit? Whoa! Oh my god. What an explosion of flavor right at the end there. Sweet, almost like a coffee-like thing in there. Like a roasty. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Every time I take a sip, I'm tasting a wildly different flavor from each of these teas. Except for the times when I haven't done that. So maybe I'm just making things up. What do you think? I'm never giving him custody. What the fuck are you talking about? Let's get some more water. Oh yeah, let's get in there. Yeah. Steep, release your flavors into my cup, please. Yep. You know, I was gonna start again with Black Magnolia, the Great Mississippi Tea Company's tea, the wrinklemaker, but I think I've done that every time, so I should start with Red Sun Tea's tea. Okay. This is real grassy. Wow, I can't wait to be done drinking tea. I just at that point. Sometimes I think I overdo these things in pursuit of something that I'm not entirely sure what it is. I'm just kind of pursuing. A real sissy-fissy and kind of thing. Interesting. There's a sort of, oh, what is that? There's something hiding in the back of my throat there from that tea. Or kind of like top of the palate, just like clinging to it. Oh, what are you? I don't know. I got stemmed real good. We got some flavors, you know, tastes or something. What's going on? Who are you? What do you want? Whoa. Not today, water. Ugh. Yeah, this has flavors. It's the same. It's the same shit. What do you want? What do you want? Okay, then go get that instead of complaining about me, the verbs. Huh? I'm doing my very... Well, I was gonna say best, but that's not true. I'm doing a very mediocreist here. Okay? Mediocreist. That word sounds like something. Were I not porky pigging my way through a fragment there, I'd be able to say a joke, but I kind of lost it. Were I not so hopped up in caffeine that I can no longer think, I would have made an actual joke about the way that word sounded. But I don't have one. Okay. Now we go back in. And then everything, boom. Jonathan Saffron Flower, everything gets illuminated. All these flavors, here we go. Like a hot knife through child flesh. It's all clear now. Every single flavor I've ever tasted, I know what it is now. I think at this point they've kind of lost their joie de vivre. the kind of differences between them have been ironed out in the way that you kind of like iron out a shirt. They've both kind of, oh, God damn it, how dare you start tasting differently right when I was working towards a conclusion there. Oh, wow. Okay. There's a small bit of difference. At this point, they both have a similar sort of sweet potato plus faint grass thing, but both of these are very mild. Neither of them taste very much anymore. I think I've kind of extracted as much of the leaf flavor as I'm going to get at this point. Let's really get into the dregs here. God, I can't wait to piss all this out. This tea traveled hundreds of miles, did all this work. That does have that minerality to it again. The Great Mississippi Tea Company's Black Magnolia Wrinklemaker tea. Because of all the vowels, you know. That's why it's a wrinkle maker. I have to do a lot with my cheeks. They're getting overused. It like dries my mouth out in a way without it being like super bitter. There's no bitterness in it even. But the sensation is there of that mouth drying out effect that I sometimes get with like a some rock teas that do that. I had to really force myself to take that sip. My body was in repulsion mode. You've kind of lost it all at this point. Okay, so after this highly scientific test, I'm going to say that I prefer Black Magnolia, the Great Mississippi Tea Company's Wrinklemaker tea, rather than the Red Sun tea. At least for Grandpa style, I suppose I would probably, I mean, just judging based off of this, I think Western style it would be better. And, you know, maybe also small pot brewing, which is interesting that this came out to be the better tea, because the Ashevillean tea is at a higher elevation, which is more in line with what you get from most like quality Chinese teas. Climate-wise, I don't really know as much about the specific differences between those two regions, a part of Mississippi and North Carolina, and the way they're similar or different to a lot of like Chinese tea growing regions. They're both pretty good. If you're not as wound up about American teas as some people are, and you'd rather just get these flavors, there's a lot of like Yunnan, like black teas that are in this similar kind of field in terms of flavor. I feel like not as grassy usually. I gotta say they're much more in like a sweet potato range. They don't have that like I would say like a freshness to them. Not that they're stale, but the grassiness to me usually reads as fresher tasting than a non-grassy tea or something. I don't know. Look, what do you want? I'm not gonna let them go. They made a promise. Okay? So you shut your fucking mouth. I guess that's it. What if I combine them? Oh yeah. Super tea.